From the grave, Session 32, pages of the Withering Star as told by Misty, your barmaid still bound. Where I am, the air tastes like ash. The light never reaches, not really. I feel it sometimes, a pull, like the memory of sunlight behind my eyes, but it keeps me here. I don't know what it is. I don't even think it has a name. I only know this. It smiles when I remember love, and it lets me watch. That's the cruelest part. It lets me watch my children. Alira, barely 16 now, still writes poems on the corners of her napkins. Tomlin, just 10, hair always a mess, sleeps curled around my old apron. They light candles at the temple for me sometimes. They say my name. I see them. I just can't touch them. I see Marta, too, still running the last lantern like it's not tearing her apart. Her hands tremble now, but she doesn't spill a drop. Never did. And I see the adventurers. Oh, my beloved adventurers. They returned to the lantern not long ago, quiet, dirt-streaked shadows behind their eyes. I was there, watching from the dark corners, watching Bum Bum Da Bum, Laurie, Oboe Drum Fritz, Vorag Limb Smasher, and Salira Dusk, who walks like she's holding back a tide. They answered a notice posted by T-Folly, a gnome wizard with ink-stained robes and a voice like cracked glass. She spoke of a codex, an ancient tome buried beneath the fallen city of Valoriax, in the ruined district known as Beacon's Heart, a relic of the Lunalite Circle full of forbidden moon magic. The party accepted. They always do. They set out under a bruised sky, the wind sharp and unfriendly. No birds, no songs, just hoofbeats and armor and silence. They traveled for days. A bent old farmer pointed them the wrong way. A roving preacher asked if they'd seen the light, and then screamed when they said no. The road twisted like a dying thing, until at last, they reached Valoriax. The city, once a shining jewel of the realm, lay half swallowed by earth and ruin. Statues wept moss. Stones leaned like drunks. Glyphs flickered and vanished on broken arches. The rain began not long after, cold sharp like needles stitching pain into their skin. They wandered for hours through broken towers and dead gardens, searching for the amphitheater. Then it happened. Vorag leaned against what he thought was a salt-crusted pillar, just catching his breath. But the stone breathed. It cracked, and it turned. A salt golem, awakened from the city's ancient wound, rose and slammed a fist the size of a barrel into Vorag's chest, sending him crashing back through a marble bench. His armor split at the seams. Bum Bum shouted. Laurie called down divine flame. Oboe roared and charged. And the golem answered with a scream of desiccated wind. Fritz nearly died. He stopped breathing for a full 6 seconds before Salira got him up again. She was bleeding from the eyes. I watched her mouth the word Misty. I wanted to cry. But I don't have eyes anymore. When they finally found the amphitheater, it was nearly night. But the sky above Valoriax doesn't darken normally. It just turns gray, then deeper gray, then something like bone. The amphitheater sat in silence, swallowed by weeds and moonstone dust. The water around the stage reflected nothing. The broken moon dial still glowed faintly, its glyphs humming just above the stone like memories refusing to fade. That's when she appeared, a ghost. Tall, radiant, and when features sharp and flawless, she shimmered with pale beauty and unbearable sorrow. She looked at them, really looked. "You are not of the bloodline," she said. "You are not worthy." Oboe stepped forward, his voice low. "I'm taking the book." Her face twisted, bones snapped. The glamour fell away. What stood before them now was the moon-white arcanist, ancient guardian of the codex. Her robes hung in tatters. Her face was cracked like glass. Her eyes burned like fallen stars, and then, she whispered circle of death. The amphitheater exploded in black light. Specters shrieked from the rafters. Will-o-wisps hissed and spun like flies drunk on blood. Suits of haunted armor stomped in from nowhere, blades raised. And then she saw Salira. She smiled. Power word, pain. Salira collapsed, screaming. I felt it echo inside me. I felt my own children cry out at the same time. I don't know why. Maybe some part of me still connects to the world through her. I think she was praying. Not to a god. To me. But I could do nothing. Fritz tried to dispel the storm, countered. Oboe charged again, blasted back by withering magic. Laurie burned her last scroll trying to push back the dead. Vorag got her in the ribs, but she just laughed. Said she remembered when the stars were right. Oboe grabbed the codex and ran. The moon white turned. 3 eldritch blasts. Crackling, screaming, all. 3 missed. Oboe kept running. Celira rose again. Her blade burned silver this time. Fritz lit her cape on fire. Vorag cracked her skull wide open. And at last, Bum Bum broke her spine in half with a hammer swing that shook the walls. She died with a shriek and a smile. The codex was theirs. Tifali cried when they returned it. She held it like a child. You did it, she whispered. You brought the red moon back. She paid them. Gave Fritz spells from the codex itself. Whispered something about the moon rising again. They came to the lantern after, lit their candles, whispered my name. Trug left a flower, ugly little thing, but I loved it. Henrik prayed. Vichy said nothing, but he sat a long while. Mix made a silent illusion, me smiling with a tray of mugs. It vanished in the wind. And Thranar? He wept. I felt it. He remembered me. But I can't go. Not yet. Not while it keeps me bound. Not while it waits, smiling in the cracks of this place. But I remember. Celira, Mix, Trug, Vichy, Laura, Henrik, Thranar. I see you. I see all of you. And I'll keep watching until the wind breaks, until the light wins. Even if you can't hear me, I'm still your barmaid.